There we go. Looks pretty good to me. Cool. So yeah, we're checking out Esoteric Ebb. Just came out, was it yesterday, the day before? Last week anyways. Checked out the demo before. Seemed pretty good. Let's hop right into it. Is there any options we need to change here? I don't think so. Just hop into a new game. Okay, it's our character creator. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows upon the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Torn as lament, folk prayer. So strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. Ooh, my audio went all wonky up there for a second. Okay. Oh, robot. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities. But why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your case, your cause. To protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die, become a zealot, regain your honor, set out on your divine mission. So we can add 2 proficiencies. I guess we could do like a random. So you can pick a background, which I'm assuming, yeah, okay. Which one was I looking at already? What about pre-builts? You can do Primal Cleric. Trickster Cleric, which is high dex, high strength, and wisdom. Mostly high dex, a little bit of charisma. Beefy cleric, the scholar cleric, a loner, a thinker, a man of ideas. You can go beefy cleric, yes, more apples, apple boy, and the unstable cleric. This is all charisma and dexterity. You are novelty to them, the boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. I'm kind of liking the unstable cleric kind of vibe. Why don't we go with that pre-build? 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. The weakest cleric in Norvik, albeit one with incredible conversational skills. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to always play the winning side. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris. And only 6 strength, just avoid going solo in the dungeon. So we can little spell callouts here. What's this? Right click on it. Jor? Truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Rolled a success on an intelligence DC 8. Ragan. Your name is Ragan. And in your statement of citizenry, Ragan Hamlin. Ragan, is that it? I don't think you're called that very often. Just successful rolls across the board. Nice. No, you're not, which is quite embarrassing when you think about it. You know what? That doesn't sound right. I failed my strength check. No one calls you by your name. Yeah, nobody likes you. Boo-hoo. Failed wisdom as well. Actually, your real name's Eric. No, hold on. It's CL Eric or something similar. No, stop this ridiculous behavior. Your name was asked. It is Ragan. Wait. Didn't they used to call you Dickass? CL Eric. That sounds like cleric. Yes. That's what it was. Fool. Dickass? Oh, hold on. That's not what it was. It was Dickass Rogue. You know, back when you hustled on the streets. Don't bring that up. Jeez. You were like 12. So my name is CL Eric. Hold on, what does the CL stand for? You answer another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? What's an occupation in this context? This is for sure about your job. You know, the job. Your class. We're gonna look around. It's more than darkness. It's nothing all around you. I have a very important job to do. You do, and it'll be a great payday. It takes a while before the next question's posed. What's your current goal? Goal would be nice to get out of this dark pit for one. With your gift, you can easily take control one day. The goblin chieftain, she needs you. To rule the world. It is only right. No reply, no feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes you and strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. This is a setup. Has to be. It is the Asgalists. Yes, they are decent, possibly. It is the duty of the powerful to lead. That is you, no one else. We've moved beyond the bounds of dictators. We are free to make our own choices thanks to the revolutionary free striders. Elections are exhausting. It hides in the back of your skull, a fact that you are bound to be a nationalist, and it frightens you, the pressure. I'm a nationalist, I guess. You conform, you follow suit. I fail my strength test. Do not be a nail in a world of hammers. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Now's your chance. Break free. I'm not dead. I'm very much so alive. A game by Christopher Bodegard. It's got some sauce. What's that pocket watch I dropped? Esoteric Ebb. It's coming back to me a bit. Remember this from the beginning of the demo. Must have just been the beginning of the game. Wake up. Wake up. Day 1, March 22nd. I am not dead. You. Constitution, first start. Your body aches. It's stiff, as if you slept for days. Don't sleep in the armor, dumbass. Ready for the quest to continue. Let's check my stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic, sweat. No spellbook, no mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Let's look around. A circular stone chamber, a storage for apples and corpses. Those piles of apples is this Tolstad? I see apples and corpses. Get the fuck out of here now. Wait, what's this about a quest? Ooh, get a hit point for that? Oh yes, a quest. Interact with highlighted words to retrieve a glossary entry. Earth be blessed. Journal got updated. Earth, your god. Do I remember everything? Not sure. Do you have some sort of amnesia? No. Just remember it. Your thoughts are scattered. Okay, but what's the quest again? You got a job. The tea shop job. The tea shop job? Yeah, the tea shop job. That blew up. Easy job. You'll be done in a day or two. Just a job? So I've done this before. Well, maybe not this particular type of job. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Earthguard militia service, as well as a few years at the Towers. The Towers. The Towers, the home base of the Order of the Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as OACN. Nobody calls it that. Rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've read a lot about these types of fiery events. They're not too common these days, however, this incident does not appear overly complex. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. Let's move on. More or less. But you've got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. There's also bullshit politics involved here. You'll love it. Can I think about this first? Time is limited. It's just a lot to... You feel dizzy. Maybe I shouldn't have thought so much. The weight of the Earthguard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches. Its contents rotting. You must consume an apple now. There are many apples here, and corpses. Corpses? What the hells is this place? Just take it easy. You might have failed at getting the first 200 or 300 people to like you, but you've got 500,000 other folks to fool in this city. It's with the utmost confidence that you know eventually someone has to love you. Your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. Interesting. It will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. I'm going to rub my temples. As you do, your fingers touch upon cold steel. It's covering your entire head. Colloquially known as a helmet. Can I take it off? No. I wouldn't do that. Like ripping off your own face. Not a good idea. Not yet. Can't wait until you do. Okay, thank you. I did gain 5 experience there, though. So I guess the head is, the helmet's kind of critical. I can behold. It's not yours, is it? I can trifle. I want to lower my charisma. I do want to trifle with this apple, though. And then this is my inventory. How do I eat? Did I just put it on the ground? Consume. Regain a hit point there. Q. Okay, we do have WASD controls here. Q opens that. E is to interact. C shows my character sheet. Alright. What's this? The Shrine of Earth. The runes fill your senses as you approach. The colors faded. The monument's hollow, void of all life and divinity. Alright. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. A sacred shrine left in this state, it's an insult to Earth and all of his people. Indeed. Yet you're very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You'll have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. The city's lost, but is not yet lost. How poetic. You're also aware this city is very much in need of change. Change from what? An honorable lifestyle? A peaceful city for humans to prosper in? Human, tall and beautiful like yourself, known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. And the coast is also known as yours realm. It is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite waste. It's theorized to be a ring or half sphere due to the bend of the horizon, the infinite wastes. Starting at approximately 1,000 or so miles from the coast, depending on various factors, this land is inhospitable, unexplorable, and quite frankly cursed. Each band has its own flavor of this waste, changed from the stagnation and a mire of decay. Earth's crusade brought triumph. The corruption brought after his fall is due to exactly that kind of filthy rhetoric. You're certainly allowed to be wrong in your opinion here. Let's just remove the apples. It does not take long for you to remove some of the nasty apples away from the shrine. I believe as I'm doing stuff, time is progressing, if I recall correctly. You can watch that. Can I pray here? To what exactly? Well, I'll think about it. You may pray as you wish. Let me kneel and move on. Cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends 1 spell slot of the corresponding level. Let's prepare spells. The right you may see, you may view a list of your available spells. In order to cast them, you need to prepare them. So I'll prepare Cure Wounds. Yada, yada, yada. Spell slots to the bottom left are my spell slots. They're all first level. Da 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 da. Finish. I think that seems fine. Cure Wounds. What's this? A great mountain of apples. When we grab this out of here. Shield of Faith. Can we prepare 2 spells? I wonder. It's 821 still. Can I prepare 2 spells? Spells to prepare. I can prepare 2 spells. Perfect. Looks like time's not progressing, maybe. Still 821. Maybe just because I'm in like a little tutorial-ish area. I do think we can still use more HP though. Still have 1 more hit point down. It's a sealed vase. It's marked as organ disposal. That's pretty gnarly. It's we're in some sort of morgue or something. Can I do anything with these guys? What's this? What's this blue question mark? Come on. Let me click it. Here's cool in here. An esoteric effect. See what you did there. We can trifle with this voting card. Can we tank the hit to our intelligence? Oh, maybe. We want to pick it up. What does it do for us other than give us less than 1 intelligence? Let's examine it. You pick up this surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. Gained experience, plus 5 XP. Let's go. The card's slightly torn and clearly has been drenched at some point. At the top it says Rostcourt in big bold lettering. Rostcourt means voting card in fancy Ascani Dwarven. 5 days remaining. How does this thing work? After you pick it up at the district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties, then you deliver it on election day to a polling place. Although in your case, you'd need to write the name of a party you want in the corner along with a signature. Since you filled out every box like an idiot. If you really believe in democracy, you should make sure not to lose it. What's democracy? Said to originate from early Arcane era civilizations in Old Diminor. Diminor? Whatever that's called. It is the rule of majority. Those with suffrage may vote to enable their preferred government, a truly messy and ineffective process. Oh, right. There's an election. Let's look at the list of Party Nationalist, Party of Norvik. Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will, a theotic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. The magistrates, they're 5 rulers of the 5 districts. They are the Coin Lord, Home Lord, Shield Lord, Food Lord, and Law Lord. Each has a unique role in the city's bureaucracy. Sometimes the titles switch between districts, but generally the housing districts holds the Home Lord, and the palace holds the Law Lord. An unofficial nickname for the current rulers of Norvik, named after the palace district in which most central authority resides. Which is one of the 5 districts in Norvik, home of the aristocrats, bureaucrats, and remnants of Earth's court. Norvik, the central city of Ascani, and last bastion of humanity, it was founded upon the end of the Reconquest in 460 AE, exactly 70 years. Well, what's this Reconquest? That was a historical event in Norvik. It began with Earth's landing in 466 AE and is said to have been finished by 468 AE, when Earth finished eradicating the trolls who roamed the ruins of Tulan-Cattle. It is a point of contention if it should be called the Reconquest or just a conquest, as no humans had ever lived in the location before. It's probably just a conquest then, if you ask me, but I got no horse in this race. Free Strider Revolutionary Party. Who are these guys? The new way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and the gods. For years, the revolution has slowly creeped into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. As Gallus Workers' Party. As Gallus, the workers who built this city want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society. where those who lived underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? Let's see what the wizards are about too. A book learned arcane spellcaster. Typically play your strings by memorizing it, executing esoteric rituals and chants. You're the name of our realm. Also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. There's a lot of information on this voting ballot. The Gate era, a period lasting approximately 3,000 years. The first era, named after the many gates opened by Yor to connect his realm with all others, ended around 2,000 years ago, if you trust modern scholars. And we've got the Agrarian Rural Party. Arcanist, Party of Magic. That sounds like a hoot. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want or just leave it empty for a null vote. More experience, take it. It's 8:24 now, so time is ticking up. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudged check mark, including the last empty one. Smart move, no one can get mad at you if you vote for every party. Are these all the parties? No. There are about a dozen other large parties in Norvik. Most have been subsumed over the last few years, such as the Civic League of Progressives, the Torch Union, Order of the Scales, Hedonist Party, and the various guild parties. The Agrarians and Arcanists are the only ones who have not joined a larger party or fallen aside. Do we not already look at this? Diminor. The Arcane Era named reads... Yada yada yada. 511 years of rapid magical and technological growth. And death of the human... Blah, blah, blah. One of the 8 bands along the coast, the reads. It's a temperate land of lowland and many lakes, commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions are still cursed, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys, and floating mountains. The bands. An esoteric divide splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographic areas, commonly known as the bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits, and stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. Alright, there's an election. You prepared for all your life for this. It's time for change, baby. Useless. We've never had one of those before. Neat. Very neat. Finally, your voice will be heard. Let's leave. What do you have to say, sir? Zombie approaches shambling man by the apple pile. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. This is a dead guy, damn. Try not to get big. What's your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. Trying to start something here, smartass? This is a reanimated corpse, probably a work zombie. Although it has been illegal to employ undead since the Bone Purge of 11. A citywide effort in 11 PE to stop Necromancer from outcompeting mortal-staffed factories. Should I defeat this zombie? That'd be pretty scary. You should probably speak with the owner first. Guy's not harming anyone. Honestly, he's probably a more productive member of society than you. You know what? That's fair. I don't think he's going to cooperate with me at all. An autosave. It's 8:29. The minutes are climbing up. Okay, I think we go upstairs. Enough dilly-dallying. A spiral staircase, ancient architecture. Okay, we'll enter. Cantrips are minor spells that do not consume spell slots, I imagine. Is what that said. Look, it's a dead guy. We should probably trifle with the corpse, right? Let's take the crowns. This guy's not going to care that I did that, right? Let's talk to him. So this is Viskin, the local mortician. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling it line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of Serpentine Drake. A great perch. These are official documents of the city. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. I'm Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It's a lich house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there is anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. Lich house is a mortuary, a holding space for dead bodies. During the times of undeath, they are known to be heavily guarded. He smiles at you. You can trust this man. On a wisdom failure. Bow before this creature on a strength failure. But on a charisma success, his smile causes you to stir a deep feeling of unease, as if it's almost there, but just not quite. Did you save my life? Your life is your own, you owe me nothing. However, 5 XP, I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. Of course, it must be confusing. To tell you the truth, some fishermen brought you here last night. River Takey. Quest? They caught you in their net, took you for a corpse. Can I press the quest button right now? No, I can't. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. Prime condition, you're always in your prime condition. You quite literally live in this filthy uniform. No wonder they thought you were dead. Wait, how did you end up in the river? How did I end up in the river? I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad? Tolstad, a sprawling island fortress in one of the 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of the River Torna, home of Yours Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network, and Water Lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. Water Lane, the largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. There are 7 bridges over River Torna, connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. Sounds like the start of a great drinking story, though. I woke up in a lich house tale. Oh, that's fair. You don't have a lot of those, so that's good. I would never fall. Must have been an assassination attempt. I must have slipped. Happens all the time. Perhaps there's an esoteric explanation to all of this. I would never fall. Must have been an assassination attempt, of course. I have some other questions, I think. Oh, so I don't think I can roll a 31 on a 1d20 minus 2. We're just not going to try that one. There's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. No, I am dead. Abomination right below. I understand. We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. Short for city below the city, a phrase used to describe an incredible amount of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Lots of monsters and stuff down there, also riches if you delve deep enough. Short for monstrosity, defined as a non-sentient creature born out of magical means, often by combining various natural beasts and from curses or esoteric events. A quick movement in the lower left cheek. His expression actually changed. Don't trust his words. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I will pay good crowns for HWBT protection. So they're the Halfway Bridge tribe. Commonly called the Halfways, one of the 3 goblin tribes in Norvik. Is that the one I'm looking for? Must be. Yeah, Sageleaf. And arguably the most influential despite their small size, led by Lady Sageleaf with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden on Tolstad. Goblin Garden is a dwarven-built citadel sitting at the southernmost tip of Tolstad. It is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. They are short and green, got claws, fangs, little monsters. They've got 3 tribes. Civilized. Oh, so it's all a misunderstanding then. Do I tell him I don't believe him? Oh, I'm going to tell him I don't believe him. 5 experience. What do you mean, cleric? You're doing something weird here, and I don't like it one bit. I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led to this undead creature entering the tower. This isn't us. We'll do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. The kobold gives a screech, yell. Yes, master. Oh, oast. Oast? Ost. I will also make sure to report this to both the HWBT and the militia. He won't let you get a word in on me. You're clearly doing something shady here, so of course I'll be sure to ask for a more thorough inspection by the PCG, the Pest Control. One of the oldest guilds in Norvik. They're supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days, they're so bogged down in the requests from citizens in the city that they usually have backlogs for months. The Pale Man's twisting the entire situation smart. If there's anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and uncovered. Holy shit, he just keeps going. That's what I'm fucking saying here. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It's because of great men like you that the city still stands. I'm sure a good word to your patriarch will assure a promotion of some kind as well, especially with this great work you're doing on Tea Shop this. So that's the top clerical rank in Norvik, different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics each at the towers. He's going circles around you. It's time to step in. Argue. So I think we're gonna hit this charisma roll. And we failed. That was a bad roll. I have a +6 in my charisma. As the Pale Man blabbered on, you attempt to gather your thoughts and make some kind of point. Come on, just open your mouth and say something, damn it. I think that. I agree, and whatever compromise we do end up at, I feel lucky to have had your expertise here on this day. Who knows what would have happened otherwise? Yell, I'm trying, to the top of your lungs. Your screech echoes throughout the chamber. The first time you see a genuinely baffled expression appear on his face, he keeps staring at you for a few uncomfortable seconds. Then he says, Cleric, with all due respect, perhaps you should see a professional. Ooh. That did some damage. His comment hits you in the heart and soul. Your legs are shaking. But I did gain experience. Always gaining experience. I require assistance with some things. You called me cleric. I did, yes. 'Cause you're a cleric, don't make an ass of yourself. Too late for that. I am the cleric. What was that, class conflict? Good for you. An example of that sarcasm thing mentioned before. Though I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type? Yes, if you're a local clergyman, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking for the religious state. Rules are meant to be broken. You're not some stiff councilman. You, however, must be an arcane cleric. No, I'm the chosen one. The Pale Man stops and ponders your response. Chosen for what? To rule. Interesting. You will surely be a wise despot in these trying times. Good luck with that. So what do you know about spell casting? Quite a bit. If he knows more than you, then it could be useful to listen. Can you teach me magic? A slight smirk creeps onto his face. I sadly don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time if you're interested. Great knowledge awaits. Until then, you're free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books along the western wall. And of course, Gained item, Charm Person. First level enchantment spell. If the target fails a wisdom check, you'll be their favorite person for a little while. Of course, after that, they will surely hate you, but who cares about that? Copy of Charm Person. It will surely be useful to you. A truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only to higher tier spellcasters usually, despite its first level. That's a great shortcut to charming people, although you got to be careful with the fallout, if you care about such things. Basic spellcasting. I've embarrassed myself. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting. As a cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine. There's one downstairs. You know what? I don't care about any of that stuff. If you're going to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal. My servant Ost. Sounds like good practice. Can I try casting it on you instead? He stares at you. A glare. Waste of a spell slot, I'm afraid. You believe him. Ominous. Who the hell is this guy? You should go now. I don't know where to go. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there's a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain's awaiting you. What rumor? Just common murmuring. More experience? Oh, we're almost at 9 o'clock here, too. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She's down in the Goblin Garden. Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. She leads one of the 3 goblin tribes exonerated by Earth after the conquest. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with that one. Dragon of Tolstead added. The color of the Dragon of Tolstead. I'm not afraid of some goblin woman. The pale man stares at you for quite some time. I will offer you some advice, cleric. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. Translation, watch yourself or she'll fuck you up. I would even go as far as to call her de facto lawkeeper here on this island fortress. Wait, this is part of the job, talking with some petty goblin queen? You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstead, the pale man says, and keeps scribbling on his papers in front of you. He does not value your time. That's all the help I need. Thanks. I'm going. Bye. Make sure to collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick. Like he's trying to not show his interest. Weird. At least he's not hitting on you. Or would that be an improvement? What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. A peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry I'm indecisive. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Ost to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry over there, and he says, pointing across the chamber. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. This is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Didn't I have one in the beginning cutscene? Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of the River Torna. Got it. Pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. Leave now. When exploring the city, you may move faster by running. Either double click or hold shift / the left trigger. So I can run. That's great. Can I get in this? Give me my shit. Wiggling his little claw feet, the kobold follows you every move with cold infliging yellow eyes. You're adorable. It's gonna glare at me. The battle of will. Do not give in. Glare back. Your eyes meet each other, still ever vigilant. Keep glaring. Glare some more. Keep glaring. Glare, glare, stare. Lean in close. You should probably stop this. I got experience for that, though. A little staring contest. Let's keep staring. You know what? I don't think I'm getting anything else out of this. I have some questions for you. Where were you when the tea shop incident occurred? Incident? Tea shop blow up. Boom. Big boom? Big boom. When it happened, I was on Water Lane on mission. A mission? Not mission. I meant to say errand. What were you doing on Water Lane? Milk. Doing milk? Deliver. You deliver milk? Yes, side hustle. This kobold just keeps getting better and better. Kobolds don't even drink milk. I want to know more. I want to know a lot less. Let's ask some questions about the milk. The milk situation is intense. Where does the milk come from? Cows. And where do you get the cow milk? The market. Who buys the milk? Humans. Water Lane humans. They pay many for fresh milk before dawn. Side hustles are always smart. You should do a milk run later. Pays. Do kobolds produce milk? No. They're draconic in nature. They lay eggs. Do you like milk? No. I also don't like milk. Success! You smirk, a confident laugh escaping your lips. You then turn towards the ceiling, smiling. I also don't like. Your comment has made a dent upon the world. This is why they should all follow you. You are a worthy leader. Win them over with lies and deceit. Control them through flattery and love. Can I have some milk? No, I don't have anything else to ask about milk. Thank you. I gained an experience for Milk Curious. You should totally find out more about this. Could be a big money maker. Can I borrow your crossbow? Human's kidding, not funny. You would make greater use of it than this puny creature. Just take it. I'm gonna try to convince him. Kobold stares at you. Find a reasonable argument. Uh-oh, how do we do this? Appeal to his better nature? I don't fucking know. That was... Oh, it was so close to his ass. This is difficult. The kobold already hates your guts. Don't make it worse. Well, you know what? I'm not a very strong guy, so I'm just going to say it's the law. It's not the law. That would be a pretty dumbass law. Well, that was a failure. Better find some other way of getting the crossbow. Can I borrow it? Please? It wasn't a question. Yes, it was. A rhetorical question. So yeah, the kobold is technically... I'm not going to just take the crossbow. Thank you for your time. Where is, like... Ancient Tome? So this is my old book, right? You can read these symbols, but they are in old draconic Dimenorian. Common language of man, spread across the coast during the Arcane Era to become the lingua domains in trade and politics. Era. Modern scholars divide history on yore into 5 eras. They use canonically important events as starting points for these eras, although this was easier when the arcanists of Old Dimenor still had a common consensus. Not everyone agrees the so-called post-war era has even begun, let alone what it should be called. Current era has lasted 27 years. The name was chosen and reads, the name is subject to change. De verbis draconum ars occulta. These words should translate into something akin to occult dragon speech. The author's name appears to be Calum Dimenori. One of the most powerful magocratic families in Old Dimenor. Old Dimenor? Known for their reality warping artifacts and enchantments spawned from the Drake Slayer King Doug Doolin Dim. Old Dimenor is a term for Dimenor, often used to refer to the band before it was named Reeds during the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements. Some say with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. What's the Coast War? A near century-spanning conflict between every great nation of the arcane era. Scholars estimate it claimed more than half of the entire human population. It's said to have begun in 398 AE by inciting spark of the assassination of Priestess Ilona, and it generally agreed to have concluding with the fall of Thazin in 481 AE, 57 years ago, which was the greatest of the floating cities. So there's floating cities up in here. Center of the Hagen Dim Coalition, and captured essence of the nameless fourth apprentice of Yor. It was the most esoterically powerful city-state in history and famous for its shadowy 1,000-feet long tentacles that could be seen in the skies for hundreds of miles away. It fell in the year 481 AE. It was rebuilt now on the ground in the decades after. And the Hagen Dim Coalition is the United Magicracy. You fucking say that. Of the Hagen Shags and Diminori. This was arguably the most powerful of the arcanist states, said to rival the strength of warfare during the Gate era of conflicts. Their merger is considered one of the first bricks laid on the road to the coast. And what's Hagen Shags? One of the most powerful magicratic families in old Diminor. Diminor. Known for their potions and necromancy, spawned from the seat of the Shadow Lord, a god and theocratic ruler of the Divine Era. Period lasting 379 years, named for the birth of many walking gods around the coast, ended 538 years ago. Holy shit, lorddom. Oh, we gotta look up potions too. Any magical substance ingested for temporary effects. Did I translate this? No. Not without many weeks of study. You were not trained in Draconic at the towers. You skipped those classes. Why learn languages when you can just use magic? Right, I need to get my hand on comprehend languages. You do. It's highly annoying that you seem to have lost your memorization. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere? It's fairly common. So this must be my book. Let's take a look. Wait, is that? The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched in salt water. It's absolutely completely ruined. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols, Ascani writing, one of the most basic kind. Wait, oh no. Someone has attempted to try this to the best of their ability. 5 experience. No. By Earth. Phoenix Folio. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'd be expensive. Let's get your hands on a new one instead. Let's take the ruined prayer book. This guy said I can go through his shit, right? Too much reading? I hear you. So many books. Books taunt to you, Booksley. Let's just click through these. There's Curse Lands. It goes on to make grandiose statements. Cool story, bro. We got experience. I really dig this idea. Of course you do. You're a wizard after all. I'm not a wizard, though. A false statement. You know the truth all the same. Flip through the pages. It's always hard to read a person through pages, but this dude is clearly dancing around his massive ego. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Impressive, even. Esoteric books. The rest is mostly a collection of meditation surrounding magic and power. Shield. It's a first level abjuration spell and can be cast as a reaction. Cool. Final parts of the biography focuses on an even deeper and more rambling side of this is a way to. Why would you open a book? Shut the book. Gain 5 experience. Let's do this. We'll click through. What's a Titan? It's a gigantic creature. Let's read the book. It's about a Titan. Ka-Ymor, the Mist Titan, a colossal being with furs like this ancient forests. Esuth, the red dragon of Iskan. Ascan. His rise to power through trickery and betrayal is legendary, as is his fall to Abacus and Halfwit and the Mist Titan. Rumors say his spirit still haunts the everlit burned coast to this day. That's a vast piece of coastline just east of Norvik. It's got volcanic activity, kobolds, one of the many eternally cursed lands on the coast. It's nearly impossible to travel to Reeds. Just the leftovers. We got some experience. That's great. Click through. Lots of reading. It's a little wordy for me. Is this his handwritten message from second patriarch himself? You feel faint. Are you even able to hold such an artifact? Fascinating to think a pale man held such treasure on his shelf. Let's read the foreword. Naive thought. Gained experience. That's a long ass foreword. Yeah, it's like 5 pages. We're gonna read Torna's Lament. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. It's a really good book. Let's put it back on the shelf. I'm not strong enough to hold the book, apparently. Well, that was a lot of reading. I guess that's what you do when you read every book on a shelf. After reading a book and a prayer book. And learning your entire backstory. What else can we do? That's my fate one day. Hopefully not. Red Eye of Earth, and Yor left his mark across the bands. Today it's a universal sign of magic. Can I steal any of your shit? Oh, let's go up. You may equip 3 random knickknacks. Oh, it's you clowns. The dwarves. What do you guys want? You look like the important one. Around the amphitheater scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. The banner of Asgal, the Fool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. Oi, Mr. Cityman, he calls out as you approach. We've made it clear already. We're not moving, not one bit. He shoots you a shit-eating grin. That's no way to greet the cleric of Norvik. Oh, is that so? Guessing I'm supposed to grovel. That'd be nice, thanks. You lean a little further into being a cleric. Gained 10 XP. For choosing this class 2 times. The dwarf glares at you. Stout, short, hairy, loves to dig and build. You know the drill. They built most of Norvik and have a long history with the Earth folk, the people of Earth. No, I don't see why I would. You hear the other dwarves laughing behind him. Nothing illegal going on here. Don't care, I'm on a higher mission. A quest to save the world. A quest, he laughs. Gods bless your journey then. Now we're not doing anything against the law here, so... This might be one of those kind of illegal, but also not sort of situations. One of the older dwarves spits on the ground next to him. You even know who you're talking to, child? This here be Alphas of the Bon Emvers, a foreman in the Asgalis movement of Norvik. Bon Emvers, one of the big dwarf clans, they funnel tons of penning into Norvik, which is the currency of the Vizca kingdoms, as well as several dwarven fiefdoms on the Undercoast. He's done more good than all of you Earthguard combined. A true speaker for Asgal. You're a celebrity. Simi exaggerates. He gives the older dwarf the stink eye. I'm also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is just a poisonous hierarchy. Typical talking points. He grins, just wanted to make that clear. Don't mention the whole noble thing, it'll just piss him off unless you want that. You boys setting up a play or something? A play? He spits on the ground. We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Tolstead will gather to hear the word of Asgal. He turns towards the orc. And no one's going to stop it. They're big brutes of devilish origin. Most of them can be found in the Feltire, one of 8 bands along the coast. A land half ruined from millennia of warfare. Its red lowland stands for a quarter of all the food production on the coast, all flowing from the trade ports in Blood City Bay. The name Feltire either originates in Orcish as High Place, or Bad Fort in Infernal, or Hill Land in Goblin. It's hotly debated. You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Papers, Alphas. He grumbles and turns back to you. So, what do you want? You seem a bit stressed. No, you don't say? His words drip with the acid from a green deer. Monstrosity born out of the coast war fallout produce acid from their antlers, mimic spoken language, often walk on their hind legs, and are generally extremely deadly. So it is forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing here. The dwarf shudders. She starts complaining. He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out some documents. We show her the papers, and the papers are no good, she says. Bah. But at a new quest, real convenient, I say. No, there's nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our rights to speak out against tyrants and burghers. Borger. The craftsmen, merchants, and notably higher standing citizens in comparison to those of rural roots. They sure are playing a game they can't win. Check the papers. Surely the dwarves have screwed up somewhere. I have some questions. Isn't it a bit macabre to hold the rally on top of a morgue? I thought it was a dentist. No matter, the Asgal movement's not afraid of death. You hear laughter from the orc behind you. Big words, Alphas. The dwarf grits his teeth. Damn orc. Can I see the papers? Why? I don't know. We're gonna construct an argument, and we rolled pretty darn good. Just tell me you're an expert and that you're on their side. I'm an expert. Are you now? Yeah, also I'm on your side. He repeats louder. Are you now? Yeah. I'm your best shot at getting out of this. We gain the documents, we gain experience. I trust you with these documents, Cityman. Oh boy, if you hand those to the orc, this could be all over right now. Tell us we're in the wrong, I dare you. Because we're not, the older dwarf joins in. Take a step back and check it out. Let's see what's actually going on. You examine certain items in your inventory to access unique dialogues. Okay, I'll take a look. Well then, it's this, is it? It's quite light, some kind of magazine paper. Unrolling it reveals a short statement about a political rally. Permission of public gathering accepted, it says in big letters at the bottom, followed by a signature. Tolstead Magistrate Nicholas Darrow. Darrow, one of the original Earth folk houses to found Norvik with Earth. Their bloodline can still be found in high positions all around the city. Let's examine it in detail. That's an easy check. We passed these rolls. You scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, terminology. It's perfect, not a single error. Except the date. It says the rally's supposed to be held on the 16th. The document's perfectly legal, but it's expired. Okay. Your document's expired, dude. About the rally. I checked the papers. Yeah, the papers expired like last week. The groaning mutters, I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago after the supposed expiry date. You should have checked it more carefully. I did when I turned in the application. This error only appeared on the document I got back. I'm not at fault here. Bah, the dwarf shouts to the amphitheater. It doesn't matter whether Darrow fucked us or not. We're here and they can't make us leave. And I hope for your sake you're not the sorry lad she's hired to do the deed. You know, I'm just here to observe Vanscap, devilry, lawfully evil fiend, their lawyers, soul traders, blah 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 blah. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out of here. I don't give a shit about you guys. You have some like cool markings on your bald head though. You have anything cool to say? Thanks, my mom got it for me. Oh, don't say something like that. It makes you look pathetic. It's a lovely helm. She has good taste. Huh, interesting. Brutal honesty might actually win conversations sometime. Brute. Vorgeni slain for brother. One of the 8 bands. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that. You guys just got nothing to say? Maybe you do? You look like you might have something to say. Trifle the ale barrel. Take these crowns. Take all your money. Stopping rainwater. An esoteric effect. Oh, you don't say anything. So where's this orc lady that's trying to stop them? Oh, there she is. Why don't we talk to you? Strength. On the edge of ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something or someone. Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. Not just physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert power in other ways as well. She's got the riz, eh? What's this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. Sure walk around like a damn advertisement with this drab uniform. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I'm second in command to Agent of Tolsted. Second in command Guild Agent of Tolsted. Nice to meet you. Be nice to her. She's a free strider. The showing of the palm is casual cultural greetings and reads. Do not grab her hand. That's not what it is. I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies, not Earthguard. Cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. No, I'm the cleric. The path of being a cleric is becoming even more familiar. Gained 15 XP for choosing this class 3 times. So you just keep choosing I'm the cleric. You can keep getting XP. But I suppose you're not all, she says, waving towards your outfit, esoterically attuned. Not all Earthguard are spellcasters. Not all clerics are Earthguard. But all clerics are spellcasters. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say anything. Not just something. Say anything at all. Well, what am I going to say? I'm here on important business. Business, you say. She leans and squints at you. Fascinating. Perhaps I can be of service for your business. Tell me what you know about the tea shop that blew up. Sounds like a magazine tale. I heard it was an accident. The Post mentioned it in passing. Minor mishap, I believe, was the official quote. Although, from what people tell me, it was quite the explosion. So you weren't in the area. That's not what I clicked. Anything else you know? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time of the explosion on the North Wall, which is one of the 5 districts of Norvik. The sign of an outsider, she calls it the North Wall instead of just North Wall. Relax, she'll learn in time. You sure like her, don't you? What's not to like? She looks inland. Term for travel towards endless waste away from the coast. I did see the smoke. Was a clear day. What do you think was the Claw's cleric? No comment. Hold on, are you here to investigate the tea shop? Don't answer that. She has no control over you. She might be a free strider, but your business is your own. Get away from the conversation. No. But actually, she says, holding out her hands. No. But actually. Nice weather we're having. Are you here for the tea shop? You look lovely today. Thanks. Are you here to investigate the tea shop? I'm here to do business with the tea shop, the one that blew up. Running would be silly, but at this point. Yeah, let's just sneak away. Oh, we succeed. Quick, a distraction. By the gods, what was that over there? Point over her shoulder. Orc looks over her shoulder. Go now. By the time she's done looking at the false horror you pointed out, you're already gone, like a ghost. You'll probably have to go back to her if you want to complete the quest, but at least you avoided her question. Gained experience. A master at work. Says the questing tree. Oh, this is the pillar crossing. This is the the underground place. I don't think I want to go here yet, or maybe I do. Let's look at our quest because we got so many things going on now. Wait, how does this tree work? The tea shop that blew up. So that's my entire purpose here. Dragon of Tolstead. You're here on request of Lady Sageleaf, a goblin chieftain in Tolstead. Go see her right away. She's in the Goblin Garden. Probably go see her first. So that's the election quest. Get rich or die trying. The only way to do is okay. We gotta get a milk delivery job. That's the conflict I've just talked to those folks about. Class conflict. You've declared yourself the cleric of Norvik 3 times. It's a grand title suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. Phoenix Folio. Your old spellbook's ruined. We gotta fix our ruined spellbook. That contains charmed person now. That's good. We can talk to this little devil guy. Braxo Pencilwing. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in wind. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper. He appears to be reading an article on the latest debate. I like the funny pictures. They're the best part. I believe the fiend is being sarcastic. I like the pictures too. Yeah, I imagine you would. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a good look at you. Earthguard, a cleric. Hell's you doing here? I'm not allowed on Tolstead? Of course you're allowed, just not often you guys are here. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let goblins and freestriders run amok. Oh no, the devil's a kiss ass. We need some damn order in this place, so if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny sharp smirk. Be careful, devilish advice can bite you real quick. Don't take advice from a parasite. You can hear out any advice, just don't listen to it blindly. Should I invest in stocks? Oh, I do not give, nor have ever given investment advice. But, here we go. He looks you up and down. I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric? I don't share with anyone, little red man. Okay, some basics then. Popularized by the late Divine Era human adventure companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership of a certain venture. Could be a guild, a company, a specific adventure, something that's supposed to grow over time so you can increase the value of your securities in that venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any work. God says double is good. Why is it risky? Sounds like free money. Good question. Imagine you invest in an adventuring party. They head into the Vendoon Hills to dive into some great Gate era tomb or an esoteric area filled with talking cats. Something weird and dangerous, but with potential for a lot of cool treasure to be found and brought back. There's a major chance that those adventurers die out on their journey. If they do, you lose all the money you invested. They could make it back, in which case you'd get a percentage of the treasure based on your share, but how often do adventurers come back with a bunch of treasures these days? People buy stocks in me? If you were to set yourself up as a venture, then maybe. I mean, if you could convince someone to invest in you, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice. I'd be impressed, so why not? Well, that's all I care about stocks. What about Charm Person? Charm Person? Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that are just not allowed at all, like Fireball, as a popular example. Causes fire to emerge at a given point. We know what Fireball is. But Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal if it's cast by a registered cleric or city-hired interrogating mage. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I can promise you many still do. Can I cast on you? Sure, but it'd be a waste since I'm already your friend, cleric. Shoots you a devilish grin. I have some questions about a PPG. What would you look for if you were investigating one? Wording legalese can get pretty complicated, and a good barrister could twist that stuff into oblivion. Other than that, I check the basics, names, spelling, dates. A single lithographic error can cause a landslide of troubles. I know from experience. It's all about that. Can you give me free legal advice? Oh yes, I'll gladly assist a member of the Earth Guard any day. See, I can see the time. But actually free? Well, in that case, just asked. Hear about the tea shop? Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Tolstead. What's your take? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blasto like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but the little fellow trusts you. He is your friend. On a failure, though, I got that dialogue. I don't know about that. The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Pit fiends are known to cast third-level fireballs at will. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge. Slander. The city does not train people to explode. Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental, I mean. Waterlane has shipments from Kargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through? It's one of the 8 bands. Elementals, halflings, yada yada yada. Planes touched in between. Who knows? A fiend, huh? Don't look at me like that. Worst thing I can do is turn into a bat. An abnormally handsome bat, of course. Ruffled feathers. But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh? Gives you an ominous chuckle. Why don't we move along? What's this? Nature seeps through the cracks. Oh yeah, we can zoom out too. Some goblins here. That's like a prayer stone. Are you dead? You look down the pipe. If you had a smaller companion, you'd be able to ask them to crawl inside, perhaps. Well, I'm not smaller than me, so... What's this? The garden monument. Embedded in the earth, you find weather-bitten stone in the shape of a spiral. Its edges are worn down, smooth almost, and behind you lies the head of what once was a snail statue. We got a success roll. Whatever god of symbolism this once denoted, time has ground it down. It's a monument to nothing now. Tell me your secrets. Tell me your secrets, damn it. I'm gonna hurt myself, aren't I? Oh, no. God, you're a rock, alright. You're alright. Pick up the shard. I did get a shard of yore. How did you actually damage this rock? What a strange material is this? Ah, yes. This is a highly esoteric rock. You can find more of it around the city. Collect as much of it as you can. I think we head south. We're looking for the goblin lady. Sage Leaf was her name. What's this? Is this another rock? Yeah, that's a shard of yore. Can I slot that in there? No. What about that? Oh, wow. Here's all our lore. Esoterics. Folk. These are magical beings, I imagine. Mortals. Reads. It's geography, history, language, literature, nature, politics. Religion, spells, strength, dex, con. I don't have any constitution, Cool. And I haven't learned any new spells. Let's talk to you. You find a goblin standing at the tip of Tolstead. His clothes are fit for a Reedsian trader, and his haircut is fit for an Ascani nobleman. Superficial fellow. The goblin cares so much about looks, you catch him immediately glancing at your outfit. Huh? You don't like this fit? Let me guess, you're the cleric. Taking you for granted, this goblin needs to learn humility. Yes, I am the cleric, that's me. More XP, baby. I'm Snell, runner and handler of the HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of his tribe. You should greet him properly, give a traditional goblin salute. Perform a traditional goblin salute. This is what goblins do, right? What the fuck are you doing? Cleric, what are you doing? I'm sorry. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Exasperated is more like, not a very wise cleric. Okay, right. Head down to the garden throne, but He waves his claw towards you. What's all this? You look like a human shit. You've been floating around in the banks of the river your uniform shows it. He's insulting you. The Gaul, you should teach him a lesson. I died and was reborn. Now that's, he says, pointing at you, that's a good excuse. He laughs and motions down the stairs. Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her. Okay, lead me to her. Good, but just to make it perfectly clear, some ground rules. Don't do anything stupid. Of course, I won't do that. Don't climb the trees, stay away from the edges, and he grinned, showing off his polished fangs. Enjoy the garden, cleric. The goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. This dragon sounds dangerous. Keep track of her fangs. She's just another warlord fighting over scraps. Don't let her get to you. Tell her what she wants to hear and you'll be fine. Listen to my charisma. You look out over the river. The cold Ascani sweet wind seeps through the cracks of your helmet. Follow him down the stairs. Let's go. We're in the Goblin Garden. What do we got here? You guys got anything to say? Like there might be some goodies, some surprises up here. Apothecary. You know what? Let's heal up too. What does the incense do? Mia James, hey, how's it going? Good. What's this do? Oh, this recovers, incense recovers spell slots. Cool, good to know. What's in here? And what does this do? 3 HP? That's the exact amount of HP I need. It was just waiting for me. Tending to the garden, be back after lunch. Nessun. Okay, there's nowhere to go over there. What about you guys? You guys got anything to say? No. Oh, you're down further. Why don't we loop back up over here? What's this? Those before left many holes in the Berggrund. Let's grab that mushroom as well. Did you just rip those mushrooms out of a pot? Why? Why'd you do that? It was cultivated there. It was a potted mushroom. I'm not sure why I did that. Nature's yours to mold. Someone worked hard cultivating those, and now you've just taken them. Stop it with the sermon, by the gods. You'll put these plants to better use. Just take whatever you want. Stop complaining. You're the one complaining. I guess so. Okay. My wisdom is not happy with me. Ooh, what's this? A tunnel to the river. I cannot pass. Maybe I'll find my stuff down there. If I had any, that is. Here's Tomic's stomach twists. Beware her illusion. Snell. Introduce me to the dragon. You approach him below a sprawling tree. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master. Go ahead, cleric. With a proud smirk, he motions towards the wooden throne. You should stand before the throne. Address her court. Okay, then. You approach the throne. The sprites flutter, their glow illuminating the trunk of this great tree, its roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin. Her smirk is bright as it is threatening. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. Glare is horrific. Cleric of Norvik, of earth and river. Her shrill voice echoes out through the chamber. I was assured by your masters, the top brass of the palace itself. Her voice causes you to shiver. They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. So tell me, human. Dominion, she has full control here. Why am I sitting here waiting? It's not that late, only been like a day. Tread lightly. You need her on your side. Make sure she knows you're on hers. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. I had an accident. She scoffs. Yes, I know about your little trip down the river. That is no excuse. I literally died. Clicks her tongue at me. No excuse. Her frown turns into a weird expression. Whatever. You're dancing on a fine line. It's got a frightful presence. So some powerful creatures have auras that cause fear to those near. To fail means succumbing to mindless terror along with other annoying effects. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fail this, aren't I? Yep. I'm frightened. Shit. Get out of here. Turn and run. Adrenaline keeps your legs from buckling under the intense stress as you turn and run. Let out a high-pitched scream. It echoes down the depths, between trees and fungi cavern walls. Whatever reaction the goblins have to your retreat, you are not around to see or hear it. Did I die? Where am I? You ran for quite a while. When your mind calms itself, you're sitting inside of an empty barrel. How'd I get in here? Sure. All of this is rather confusing. Wait, I hid in a barrel? More or less. The dragon chased you. Maybe. Leave the barrel. As you do, you realize the barrel is but one of many, located in a tunnel you've never seen before. There I see him. Cleric, you've now wasted another precious hour. Please do not run away again. Whoops. Amazing, the lady's trying not to scare you off again. Maybe she'll actually be nicer to you now. Running away is always an option. The fact that you're still alive means it's also a smart option. You see Snell panting next to the throne. I'm gonna give Snell a thumb. It's my homie. The lady, however, gives him an angry raise. Could have gone faster. He lowers his head in silence. The goblin's getting whipped. Love to see it. Let us continue. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno in the middle of the day, right on Pillar Road. My road. The way she says that causes you to tremble. And yet Magistrate Darrow, she spits the name like it's a curse word. He alone believes the Halfway Bridge tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. Why does Darrow say that? Because he's a fool born out of nepotism and alcohol. Sick burn. Sounds awesome. Let's move on. She glares at you. It is or was rented out off a corner of the central fort, just above the holes. Common slang for the central spire of apartments in Tolstead. The lower ones are less fancy. She snaps her fingers towards the goblin to her right. That means it's part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, that property is illegally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. My people have been handling that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises. To deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it's the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. Sounds shady. Her sharp glare stabs you. Normal business in Norvik, and don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Snell, she says, and beckons towards the goblin. Gained experience. He approaches the roots and takes a bow. Takes a bow, Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says, it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They've yet to see anyone in to actually investigate the scene. You want to check it out yourselves. Of course. The lady glances at him, to which he responds by making a nervous face. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks. Thank the gods. The gods, she says. Voice almost purring. I wonder who were injured. Got a little update. We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's the sort of prefix used by Earthfolk. A human, most likely. Ha, that ain't real. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, he looked like one of them was Dungeoneers, you hear? A real adventuring man, end quote. Another said he was looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Waterlane. Either he went down into the dungeon or over to Waterlane. Got it. Frank, son of Frank. The goblin knows it's fake, but it's their only lead. That's a fake name. And Dungeoneer, if you believe it, that comment was from one of the militia members. Could be smart to check the city below just in case, despite the dangers. Down to Waterlane? Seems like he was heading in that direction, though down could mean a number of things, Waterlane included. Fancy yellow outfit? I'm assuming some type of Reedsian fashion. You can tell on his voice that he's leaving out a, but who fucking knows at the end. Was he inside at the time? I doubt it, he says, considering the state of the building. Why was he there? We don't know. Where is he now? We don't know. They have not located the man despite major efforts. Sounds like you were handed a tough hand. Although one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else. We don't know. Anything else you do know? Snell gives a nervous look to his master before answering you. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises her claw. The unveiling has begun, cleric. So dramatic. Love her. Corruption, madness. She claws at her wooden throne. Politics. Rambling of fools. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished. A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. I will bring justice to Norvik. The lady clears her throat loudly. Everyone holds their breath when she speaks. Dragon of Tolstead completed. I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge tribe and the Earthguard city clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. The words seep out from her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon her in awe. She is theirs to serve. Nod solemnly. She looks upon you with a grim expression. Snell, she says, waving towards him. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, he says, bowing his head. You're the handler of this case. You worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone. You catch the goblin trying to stop a grin from spreading across his face. Oh la la, complimented by his queen. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture. His face lights up. A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstead. You're going to have the pretty boy around? Damn, I thought this was going to be fun. Dragon of Tolstead completed. Do not disappoint me, Snell. A new member to the party. He ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, your will be done. The evil forces at work will be vanquished. Huzzah! Meska Sageleaf looks at you the way one observes kitchen mold. Don't huzzah. Please don't ever huzzah. This guy, he's the one? Just keep him in line. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, cleric. Snell is joined as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding your way across Tolstead. For as much as he told you there's a danger you're missing here, you should investigate the tea shop thoroughly. You should also look for that witness. Yeah, our Frank, dressed in yellow. Gods, that's funny. Either over on Water Lane or down in the city below. Yeah, the port or the dungeon. I'd suggest the port since it's slightly less life-threatening, generally speaking. And how do I gain access to the tea shop? Talk to your boss, Darrow. Or I guess he's not your direct boss or whatever. But you'll need to get an audience with him if you want to get inside the tea shop. Right. Where's the tea shop again? You know, the massive pillar reaching endlessly up into the sky. Yeah, just west of that. Are you being sarcastic? No, not at all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's this? Not so shiny dictator. What's this? Biskin's Lich House must be located within these walls, just a bit further up. And so they are. Well, what's this? You know what? This is the city below. We don't want to be going down here yet. We did get rid of the zombie down here. Let's take all this shit. I don't need the cloak. Let's prepare all of our spells. Why not? Inventory. Well, let's look at our questing tree too, because we've... Is this the classes? I am a cleric nationalist. We've completed the Dragon of Tolstead. And unlocked other... Okay, we're uncovering things. Let's go up here. And we'll mosey on up here. About the rally. Good luck fighting tyrants. You're a nobleman. How much money do you have on you? I bet you're only here because of nepotism. You must have misheard me. I said don't forget to thank mommy and daddy for the form of nothing. Ignore that. I don't need to piss this guy off. I do want... The orc seems strong. I feel like there's got to be a way to get the orc in your party. Hello again, cleric. What's the deal with the dwarves? Recheck the papers. They're expired. They are indeed expired and invalid. Wait, they let you check the papers? Aren't you a smooth talker? If you could get them to me, that'd be quite the favor. So, should I just hand her it? I already gave it back, though. True. Oh, did you now? The dwarves surely need to leave, but if you make them, so our lady might pay you. Don't get involved with this bullshit unless you really want to pick a side in this free strider as Gallus comes. Okay, so I have no opinion. You have no stake in this. I'll just sit here and be bored and wait. I'd like to know more about you. Where are you from? You mean because I'm an orc, I can't be Norvikian? She says, looking at you with a stern expression. You know what I mean. I do, she says, giving you a warm smile. I'm from Blood City Bay. I ran with the war bands when I was a girl. The most populated city around the coast, built upon the corpse of Gorgorian, the Great and Terrible. A sprawling mess of wooden walkways and buildings carved out of the calcified remains, once famous for its fleet of airships deployed during the Coast War, known as the origin of the Industrial Revolution. And while New Thazen has overtaken it as the leader in manufacturing, still stands as one of the most industrious city-states. Gorgorian, a devil second in line to rule the deepest layer of hell. Legends say he was presented with a deal. Conquer one measly pocket dimension. In exchange, he would be granted the throne. A millennial of fighting orcs, elves, several white walking gods. Later, his corpse now used as the foundation for Blood City Bay. She could crush your skull with ease, and that's a bad thing. Took me all around the coast, she explains, far from the cursed plains of Feltyre. And Gorgorian is, of course, the archdevil come to conquer Yor during the Gate era. In fact, his death at the hands of the Orcish Queen Mother demigoddess marks the end of the Gate era itself. But you should already know this, of course. We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War in Reeds. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, you see her eyes glimmer. Those were the days. Let's flirt with her. You're a strong and physically imposing woman. He covers her mouth and tusks with hand. Misogynistic agenda added. You got one shot. She's bedazzled by your confidence. Don't fuck this up. Tell her when business is settled you'd like to take her out to dinner. That should do it. When business is settled, I'd like to take you out to dinner. Really now? Night out with a government employee? How exotic. Not sure about my schedule at the moment after the election, though. Score! Come find me next week and we'll set something up. But for now, anything else you wanted? Done asking questions. What about you? I'm not important. That's not true. Saying it like that makes you sound anything but. Leave her wanting more. Being a little mysterious, the cleric. Alright. Need to double click to run. What's in the bucket? Crowns? We'll take them. You guys got nothing to say? What's this? Rough letters spell out Our Lady's Apartments. Such a sneaky staircase. Nice find. Ooh. That's the tea shop. This is all coming back to me. And of course, in every fantasy story, everybody has a handful of bicycles. A land transportation device first popularized in the early Arcane era. Originally invented due to the difficulty of transporting horses to the floating magicratic cities. They're scared of portals. Bike racks are stationed in many places around the city, usually in locales with lots of stairs. Not a lot of bikes. The usual commuters are probably too scared to head past the tea shop. This particular bike is yours. Let's check the lock. Rusty chain seems brittle, but wrapped so hard around the tire that it would be annoying to get off even if you had the key. Wait, this is my bike? Yeah, you fool. Keep up. More experience. We're getting closer to leveling up. Where's the key? Not here. Did you lose it somewhere? Don't go wandering around looking for your key. It's just a bike. Could getting the key be a quest? That does sound like a quest you would get. Sounds like a shitty quest. Find the missing key. Find the mystery of the bike key. Something like that would be perfect. The key's probably at the bottom of the river along with the rest of your dignity. Hold on, when exactly did I come to Tolstead? On the 21st of March evening. What day is it now? Can I see? Huh? Then you fell. Was I alone? No. A lucky strike from some drunk fool, probably. Do I recall anything important? You chained the bike, you stood up, then pain. This is where I fell into the river. Interesting. You must have had a lot of drink if you took a stumble like that. I do not consume alcohol. I am a straight edge Noble cleric. Considering everything, we better play it cool. Cool. It's fine. You got my back, right? I'll handle it. I'm the cleric. There's no denying it now. You are a cleric. Gain 25 XP. 5x5. Yes, of course. Cleric. See anything strange about this bike? He's impressed. I failed. First of all, don't ask me. You're an adult. Do what you want. I can take the bike? Secondly, how the fuck are you going to take a bike around Tolstead? You're going to carry it up and down the stairs? This bike rat's set up here so that people can leave bikes before heading down the stairs to Water Lane. Sounds a bit annoying. Yeah, if you find a pocket bike, that's another thing. Popular magic item. Mass-produced during the late Arcane era, but is dwindling in supply these days. The goblin size, but leave this one be. Cleric, we've got work to do. Yeah, but I love this bike. I should have done that. What's this? Bikes are cool. You should ride your bike more. What do you have to say? Where is she? The dwarven girl gazes around the halfway bridge before her eyes land upon you. She says nothing for a while, just staring at you with no real reaction on her face. Hi, I'm the cleric. Yes. I'm going to tell everybody I'm the cleric, and I'm just going to level up doing that. Buy your presence alone, potentially buy something else as well. I'm waiting for a friend, but she hasn't shown up yet. I'm getting worried. I can help with that. Get excited about a potentially yet very minor quest. Oh, okay. Do we really have time for this? Nell whispers to you. She fidgets with her hands and clears her throat. This girl's neurotic and introverted. She has glasses. She wears a green coat. She's a human, but not that much taller than me. We were supposed to meet up here, but she still hasn't shown up yet. I'll go look for your friend with the glasses. Thanks. I don't spend much time on Tolstead alone, so I'm a bit lost, so thanks. I'll go look for your friend with the glasses. Thanks. Okay. Okay, that was just the same dialogue option. The halfway bridge, it connects the palace and the rest of southern. Can't really see around them, can I? Sleeping for service. Come back after midnight-ish. Let's check out the tea shop. Name's illegible. Tea shop entrance. Amidst scorch marks and cracked masonry, you approach the doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. The tea shop. What a mess. A powerful force left these marks. Fastened with several nails, you also see a paper. The goblin clears his throat and begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. Coin Lords meet updated. City notice, no trespassing. The Coin Lord handles trade. Money. Nicholas Darrow. Okay, that's Darrow. Step aside, I'll rip these planks off. He shrugs. I'm not going to stop you, but your companion suddenly kicks the plank, sending a subtle ripple blue energy around his foot. Sending, a third level evocation spell, commonly used as direct communication between powerful individuals, city-states, or arcanists. The Norvikian Sending Office employs many clerics for the express purpose of casting Sending across the coast. The Sending Office is a house full of clerics casting the Sending spell all day, an important tool for long-distance communication. Not to be rude or anything, but I don't think you've got the muscle to handle magical seals. I'd have sneaked in myself if this thing wasn't in the... It's sealed. As you move away your hand, the faint aura shimmers in dark translucent blue and then fades away. Yep. This feels like trouble. Are we getting caught here? Just standing near the door makes it clear that there's a logging spell cast on it. Standard procedure for crime scenes. Rude to lock people out. Crime scenes should be public viewing. Let's just check out the trespassing notice. By the order of Coin Lord Darrow, the following premises are under city seizure under suspicion of criminal offense. Unlawful trespassing will be liable under 13 holster contempt. Collection of laws surrounding the lawful arrest of citizens. We gotta talk to the Coin Lord. The tea shop that blew up, eh? Oh, we're so close to leveling. The masonry is modern, clearly the work of dwarven engineering. Looks like shit, but boy can it take a hit. Look around the scorch marks. It's everywhere. The fire was intense. Arguably, these marks could possibly have been caused by a regular fire of a wooden house. This stone masonry does not have enough fuel to carry such a flame, plus the building was stacked to the brim with tinder. Catch glances of the shadows beyond. There's no other way in, not that I know of, but it wouldn't surprise me. It's full of holes. So that's an arcane lock. Second level spell. Can I bypass it with magic? If I had knock, I could. Spell magic would also work. I guess the passphrase? Guess? Without knowing who placed this seal personally and their preferences, even assuming the person who placed it is an idiot who would use something of preference. There are millions of sentences. There is no chance in hells you can simply guess. Now go figure something else out. Just need 5 more experience to level. But I can still break it down, right? Can certainly try. We should probably leave. Do you folks have anything to say? I think the news boy, what? Arn, kiosk kid. The kid behind the counter taps a pile of newspapers. You a postie? Postie, a reader of the Norvikian Post, the biggest newspaper in the city. Founded over 50 years ago, nationalist aligned. Anyone or anything that matters in Norvik will be written in the Post. What the fuck did you just call me? Do you read the... I'm asking. Ah, the Post. Yes, that is a good magazine. 10 experience. I leveled up. Never mind. Welcome to the Pillar Kiosk. How can I help you today, sir? I have questions for you. Mostly about the tea shop. Looks down the road. Not too much traffic lately, so sure. If my boss shows up, you gotta buy something. What about if we... You know Frank, son of Frank? Not really. His eyes shut open for a split second. He looks nervous. It's probably because he has nothing to do and feels bad about it. Kid likes money. Give him some. He'll sing. Let's use the power of social manipulation. I did not roll high enough. Roll a 3. Manipulation. It's an art few know. And you're not one of them. Not today. But what do I do then? He's clearly hiding something. Good question. Do not scream and slam your face down. I said don't. Jumps back. The kid nervously glances to the side as you get agitated. Don't worry, kid. I won't get violent. Oh, okay, good. Why don't we slide him a crown? Tip. Give him a couple crowns. Then he gladly pockets the coins and gives you a nervous smile. Maybe this will refresh your mood. Once more. Slide it in a circle. He stares at the coin as you playfully move it around the server. Put the coin away. Right. Never mind. What the hell? I was just doing some coin tricks. What do you know about the tea shop? Except it exploded. That part's pretty obvious, so yes. I was here, you know, saw it with my own 2 eyes. Look over your shoulder towards the tea shop across the street. I heard it too, definitely heard it. Walk me through it. I set up the kiosk at dawn. By noon in the morning, rush had calmed down. I remember the bike rack was full. Water lane workers mostly commute on the new bridge and flotilla. But the halfway bridge does see a fair share of bikers every day and night. But by noon, it was pretty dead, which is great, less work for me. Also, no dead in the streets. That too, sure. I hid in the back, thought it was a, attack. How loud was it? Super loud. Shaky too. I almost fell over. What about the fire? I felt the heat, even all the way over here. It was like really weird fire then, he mutters, shrinking the size of it. Weird. Gone in an instant. Weird fire. Yeah, it was like, look, it's going to sound really weird. I like weird. It was blue. Blue fire indicates extreme temperature. Only for a split second. When I looked again, the whole building was on fire, but it was normal looking. So I might have just... The fire speak to you? He stares at you like a conversation? No, like a divine message or something. I don't know. I don't know what it would be like. Did you see anyone suspicious? Not really. Just the normal types. A goblin was arguing with a human by the temple. Just some owl shouting about some business thing. Otherwise, pretty dead around noon. Anything else you notice? How about the bird? The goblin chimes in. Chime, reflection. Esoteric side. Keep gaining XP through this conversation. Arn Kiosk Kid. Yeah, sure. I did see Mr. Drummer. He's the owner of the tea shop, former tea shop. Usually the tea shop opens in the afternoon on work days. So it's not weird to see him walking about all day. Chatty fellow, buys a lot of newspapers. Where was he going? Don't know. Saw him leaving the tea shop right before noon. Yeah. Right before the massive explosion occurred. The kid clicks his tongue. When you put it like that. Look, I don't know where Mr. Drummer is or where he went. Just saw him rushing down the stairs. Guessing he headed for Water Lane like everyone does. Okay. Seems suspicious. So we've got our prime suspect has headed to Water Lane. And so did the tea shop owner shortly before the explosion. Sounds like something sus is going on. Did anyone else enter or leave? Just Mr. Drummer. Did he act strange? Just in a hurry. Why Water Lane? It's the only place to go. Either that or the Goblin Garden or the city below. I don't think he's the city below type of bird. And no one else entered all morning? Usually not too many people there in the morning or forenoon. Forenoon, that's a good word. I feel like that people should say that more often. Feel very Norvikian. I saw it in the Asgell newspaper once. They like using dwarfish words like that, though my brother doesn't want me reading those copper papers. Newspaper printed on the magical copper sheets. The quality suffers in this production, but its popularity has skyrocketed with the indie papers around the coast. Still pretty expensive, but nowhere near proper arcane era pressing machines. Keep reading Asgell content, kid. Don't listen to your brother. He's probably a fascist. You know what? You probably don't want to sound like a snob. I know that totally contradicts what me saying, what I said to him before about that being a very cool word to you. But did you see him enter? Actually, no. Never saw him enter that morning, so I guess he must have slept there or entered before. Sure you saw him? Absolutely, no doubt. There's probably a secret entrance. He went downstairs to Pillar Crossing. That's all I saw. I've been going over it in my head. Pretty shocking stuff. Can you tell me about it? And what about your kiosk owner, Thalassos? He's a pretty nice merman. Your boss is a merman? He's in the river a lot, likes fishing. Oh, I wonder if you could find me my bike key. He stalks the stall, usually really early in the morning. Beyond that, I think he just does other stuff. He owns a bunch of properties around the city. He's usually pretty busy. Can I speak with him? I guess. He's not very talkative, but he usually fushes behind the kiosk in the afternoons. That's his only break from work, I think. But don't tell him I told you. What does he pay you? I get about 5 crowns an hour. Does that seem decent? I don't know. We're clicking everything. That's a really good salary for someone. Yeah, that's a good salary. Thanks, my brother taught me to negotiate. Your brother's wise. Trust in him. He's confused. Yeah, I'm kind of confused with what I've told. Can I ask you a favor? Anything, young man. You're the future in this city. I heard there's trouble down Water Lane tonight. Please go and make sure that nothing happens. Young and dumb at it. Why do you care if there's trouble down there? Please just do it. Okay, that's something I can do, kiddo. Did I level up? +1 ability score. Hit points +5, 1 hit dice. We get another first level spell slot and another second. Where do we go from here? My wisdom's so low. It feels like it's crippling me. I think we gotta, like, get it up to -1 at least. Uses. Higher wisdom lets you empower your spells. Be kind and see good in all folk. Uses. That brings me up. High intelligence lets you prepare more spells, think, plan, and execute an actual plan. Complete the magicratic return. Vote for yourself. Be a genius without peers. Steal anything. Pick locks. Sneak and dodge traps. I think I need wisdom. No, I'll take intelligence just because it brings my stats up with the 1 ability score. Well, I think this is a good point to end it. Let's save our game. Can you name it whatever? Cool. All right. So that's Esoteric Ebb. Kind of like a Disco Elysium, but in like a fantasy sort of setting, I guess. But yeah, cool game. Should be back on tomorrow morning-ish, maybe. Not probably Friday morning, or maybe not the morning, maybe the evening. Definitely on the weekend though. Sweet beans. Thanks for dropping